When my grandfather passed down the family ranch to me, he made one thing clear: protect the barn. That land is yours. Don't let anyone take it. I never thought I'd need to fight for it, until the HOA showed up. It started with a friendly proposal. Karen, the HOA president, stood at my gate holding architectural sketches. "We'd like to repurpose your barn into a community office and event center," she said, like she was doing me a favor. I blinked. My barn? It technically falls within the HOA boundary, she insisted, waving a highlighted map. We've voted. Renovation begins next month. I laughed, until I realized she was serious. I'd spent the last 5 years restoring that barn with my own hands. My grandfather built it in 1943. It held our tools, our tractors, and generations of memories. No way was I letting a bunch of clipboard-wielding neighbors take it over. I went straight to the county land office. Turns out, the HOA's boundary map was outdated, and wrong. A survey from 1972 clearly showed the barn sat on an excluded plot my grandfather had separated when he subdivided the rest of the land. To be safe, I hired a modern surveyor. Same result: not HOA property. The next HOA meeting was a showdown. Karen proudly stood and announced the barn's transition into a shared resource. I stood up right after, held up the documents, and said, "This barn isn't yours. It never was. And if you try to step foot on my land again, you'll be trespassing." Gasps. Murmurs. The sheriff, whom I'd invited just in case, nodded from the back of the room. Karen's face turned crimson. She tried to argue, but the county official I brought shut her down. By the end of the night, the HOA issued a formal retraction, and Karen resigned a week later. Now, the barn stays exactly as it is: red, proud, and 100% mine. I even added a sign out front. Private property. No Karen zones. And every time I walk by it, I smile, knowing Grandpa would be proud.